If you're like most people, your safety and security, and that of your family and friends, are of paramount importance to you, even if it's not a subject you think too much about day to day. Americans spend an average of nearly 2 weeks per year driving or riding in cars, and you never know when there could be an emergency. For that reason, we usually carry mobile phones, and even subscribe to roadside assistance plans like AAA, which prove invaluable when they're needed. But I'm sure the real reason you've clicked on this video is that, like me, you're curious whether or not the inactive OnStar system in your car can actually help you in the event of an emergency. I've been thinking about this question a lot lately, as someone with an inactive system and no desire to pay the overinflated prices OnStar charges for their safety, information, diagnostic, telematics, and cellular services. If you add on calling plans and Wi-Fi hotspot data, it really starts to add up. But at the heart of it, my concern was more about my ability to effectively call 911 in an emergency, and that's where things get a little complicated. When you're a paid OnStar subscriber, and you press either the blue button or the red emergency button, you'll be connected to an appropriate operator. They call them OnStar advisors for the button that you've pressed. If blue, you'll get someone who can send GPS directions to the infotainment system, run diagnostics on the car, or even send a tow truck if you're stranded. If you press the red emergency button, you'll get an advisor who can assess the situation and connect you to 911 emergency police, fire, or rescue services as needed based on the vehicle's location. The car is even capable of automatically calling an emergency advisor in the event of a severe crash. But again, these are all paid services requiring a subscription. So what happens if you're not a subscriber? Well, if you press the blue button, you'll get an advisor whose job it is to sell you the most expensive subscription package they can get you to buy into. Press the red emergency button, and this happens.
The OnStar system is not active. To activate your service, push the blue OnStar button now or call 1-888-4-OnStar.
Seems pretty straightforward. It doesn't work. Case closed, right? But that's not the whole story. Maybe the wireless calling plans I mentioned earlier didn't give it away, but having an OnStar system in your car means it has a full-fledged mobile phone built in as part of the infotainment system. And since 1999 in the United States, the Wireless Communications and Public Safety Act, sometimes called the 911 Act, has mandated that all mobile service providers must connect 911 calls from any phone that's able to access their network, regardless of the activation or subscription status of the device. They're also legally obliged to transmit GPS location information to the 911 call center, at least to the extent it's possible with whatever phone is being used. Whether you knew it or not, you can pick up literally any phone that works and has a charged battery to call 911 in an emergency, and the call will almost certainly go through. In fact, it's technology that's paid for in part by the 911 surcharge on your monthly phone bill. At any rate, the way to access this feature is not by pressing the blue button or the red emergency button. You need to use the voice command button. It's the button that you may have never even noticed before, sitting right there to the left of the blue one. I'll state the obvious that using voice commands to directly call 911 isn't as simple as the concierge service of pressing the emergency button, but it's functionally the same thing, and OnStar will even guide you through it. Now, GM and OnStar don't go hugely out of their way to publicize this because they want you to subscribe to their paid services. But the law is the law, and they aren't exactly hiding it either. If you check your owner's manual, you'll likely find that they give you explicit instructions on how to call 911, in addition to the normal instructions on making a general hands-free phone call. Now, I want to point out that before performing this demonstration, I called my local 911 Public Safety Answering Point, or PSAP, at their non-emergency number to let them know that I'd be doing this. Depending on where you live, your local PSAP may let you conduct a test with little notice, or you may need to schedule it with them well in advance. Either way, calling ahead is not optional. Failure to do so may not only result in a false 911 call and a waste of hardworking first responders' valuable time, but it could even cost lives. If you want to repeat a test like this with your own car, the non-emergency number for your local PSAP should be easy enough to find with a quick Google search. I also want to point out that although I had my iPhone with me, what you're about to see was carried out entirely by the car's inbuilt mobile phone. I normally use wired Apple CarPlay to connect my phone to the car via USB, but during this test it was neither connected via USB nor Bluetooth, and my car doesn't even support wireless CarPlay. I want to test this voice command or voice calling button. I'm going to press it and see if it allows voice calling or if it just restricts it. If I'm able to call 911 through that, then that right there proves the concept.
OnStar ready.
All that did was bring up the OnStar screen on the infotainment menu, which has Wi-Fi, take me home, directions, make a call, hands-free calling, and cancel. Make a call.
Using OnStar hands-free calling. Please say the entire number you would like to dial. You can also say cancel or goodbye.
911?
Did you say 911?
Yes.
Okay, dialing. Using OnStar hands-free calling.
What is the location of the emergency?
Actually, I'm testing a cellular system to see if you received my location at the PSAP. Is it safe to assume you didn't?
Let's see. You are, what's the number? 573. Hold on, it's updating. Are you in
Yes.
520 gas?
Yes, that's correct.
All right.
All right.
Well, I got your location.
All right. Thank you very much. I won't take any more of your time.
Okay, thanks. Have a good day.
Thanks, you too.
Bye.
Call ended.
So given everything I know as someone who's worked in telecommunications for a long time, I was already pretty sure this would be the outcome, but I still wanted to perform this test and make this video just to demonstrate to all of you that in an emergency, you too can use OnStar to call 911 and get help, even without a paid OnStar subscription. I can't imagine how many people find themselves in unfortunate situations in cars with inactive OnStar systems and have no idea whatsoever that a vital, free 911 call could be as little as a button press and a few voice commands away. I hope you all learned a little something here, and I encourage you to share this video with your friends and family who might not know that they have this emergency lifeline literally right at their fingertips. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you did, I'd appreciate it if you take a second to give it a thumbs up, or a thumbs down if you hated it. I hope you'll also consider subscribing to the channel if you're not already for more new videos all the time covering an array of topics, including plenty more like this one. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.